Okay guys, so in this one we are going to add their user answer, so a match answer, as well as adding points to the model. So what we're going to do is just copy this and paste it, and we're just going to call this match answer. So basically this is saying, me as the user, this is what I want my potential match, how I want them to answer. And then we're also going to add this new one called points models.integer field default equals to, let's say, somewhat important was the default that we did down there. And in our views, we gave that a value of 20. So default being to 20. All right, so we'll do that exact same thing down here to importance level. Save it. Cool. Things look good. And now let's open up our terminal. And we're going to do python manage.py schema migration questions auto. Of course, we're doing this because we made changes to the models, so we need to make sure our database reflects those changes. Migrate questions. All right, let's run the server again. And I'm also going to put match answer into admin. So let's import it, match answer. We're going to copy user answer admin to change it to match answer admin. Actually, I'm going to copy that. There we go. All right, we can save that. And back into our admin here. We have match answers here. Okay, cool. So basically what we're doing is I'm saying I want a match answer as well as my own answer. So we want to add a few new things to the form itself in questions. So under questions all, within this form here, we want to add like the exact same form essentially over again. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this. Oops, not that whole thing. I'm going to copy from here all the way up to this for loop. Copy that. And then we're going to paste it. And this time I'm going to give a few different things as we come in here. Name answer, we'll call it match answer. And then name for this one, we'll call it match importance level. And that's it. So that's going to show that form again. So if we go back into here, we will see two versions of it, as you see here, which is perfect. And then underneath this one, we want to, let's say, we're going to put a new break here, and we're going to say H4 ideal match answer. And then we'll put small how you would like them to answer. Okay. Perfect. Actually, we don't need that break. Paragraph, actually, it looks to be pretty good here. So I'm going to change this to how important is this to you for the first one, and then the second one, how important is their answer to you, because it's going to be different. So how important is this to you? What's your favorite color? Ideal match answer. What's their favorite color? And then you answer it. Okay, so now since we changed our post data, we'll go back into the views here, and we will look at question ID is going to say the same. So let's actually move that up, and we'll say user answer, and then we'll put that just like that, and then we'll do another one with user match answer, and then we'll copy these and we'll call it match answer form, and then match importance level. And I believe we just called it match answer. I don't think we might have put the underscore. We'll have to check again. So let's go back in here. Match underscore answer, very good, and then match underscore importance level. So that's going to do that, and let's just make sure that that's working by doing print match answer form and match importance level. Let's just print those out. Okay, so we're going to do red and then green, very important, not important. Save it. Answer saved. In our terminal, we have green and very important, and that's, I believe that's what we said. But notice that these two are actually defaulting to what their answer is. So we need to do the exact same thing that we did for user answer set into match answer set. It's actually really easy. You just change it to match answer set and match answer set. All right. Go back in here, and it's going to default to what it is. So if they don't have anything like we have here, they don't have anything. So when we save it, it's going to say that, you know, this isn't found. So we actually want these things to be required. And the way we're going to do that, we pretty much want everything to be required. So required equals required. And we're going to put that into the select as well as the input. Please select one of these. There. So now if it's not selected, it's going to tell you to select it. And that goes true with the other question as well. All right, now we need to actually save the view of our user answer. And we already have user and the question, so that part's separated. So we'll just change this to user answer save, and then we'll do user match answer save. And whoops, we can move this answer up. Oh wait, no, we want to leave that there. Okay, so we will do user answer equals, and we're going to grab this exact same thing, except this time instead of answer form, we're going to be using the user answer, or the match answer form, excuse me. So that's going to get that user's answer, and then we can copy this whole thing and change user answer to that, and then this is going to be match answer. So we need to make sure we import match answer here. Match answer. Okay. Objects get or create. User equals user. Question equals question. Okay, that works. And user or answer objects, that works as well. And then importance level, we want match importance level. Go. And if it's successful, it's still going to say answer saved. So let's see if that works. Red, green, mandatory, somewhat important. Save it. Looks like it's saved. It did not go back to the default of nothing. And if we go back into our admin, we'll go see match answers, green, somewhat important, and now it has a default of 20 points. Okay, so that is not how many points we want to have, because we want the points to be related to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little method here, and I'm going to call it assign points, and then we're going to pass in some value here, and then if query equals to mandatory, return 300, else if query equals to very important, We want to make sure that we have it exactly the way we spelled it up there. Important. Here we can actually just copy this because I can spell very well. And we'll return 100. And you can copy this process a couple more times, and then we'll just say at the very last one, we'll just say else return 0. And this will be somewhat important, and that's going to be 20. So then we can use this function down here. We will go answered, we'll say points equals assign points of importance level, assign points, and then it's going to take that importance level, so it's going to check if this query equals one of those, and it's going to return some number. And then we can say answered dot points equals points, and we can do this exact same thing down here and just change this to match importance level. Make sure you are changing these matches and stuff, because that is important. We want to make sure that we are saving it correctly. Now let's go back into our questions. Let's see if this worked. Change it to blue, change it to mandatory, and then we'll say their answer is red and very important. Save it. Answer saved. Let's go back into our match answers. We can just check this out. Very important, points is 100. So let's check again. Very important is 100. And cool. So that's a good start. Let's go to questions, and it was color. Oops, we want to go to user answers, excuse me. And it was color, blue, points 300. Awesome. So that is now working. Now we have points associated to the actual user and what they are saying. So if we finish these other ones off, just to make sure that we have them, and it is saving, we will now have these points. And these point values are important because basically they are going to be what we use as a value to when we're comparing individual users. There will be other things that we'll use, and we'll assign points to them and stuff like that, but that's a very simple way of doing it. And we can use this points value or this assigned points in other areas. I'll show you how to do that if we ever need to. But it's the same way as importing these. So if this was in another place, I'm just going to do it temporarily just to show you guys. Let's say it was in the models. I don't know, you would not put this in models, so don't do that. But then you can import it here, and it's assigned points. There it is, and it would still work just like it did before. But let's take it out of models. That's definitely not where you want it to be. You want it to be right there into views, or you could have its own like document for it, its own Python document for it. So cool. That's assigning the page. That's assigning everything, and we are pretty much ready to go as far as the questions. I don't think we need to add any more at this point. Of course, we could update like how this looks and what it's saying there and all that, because it's even assigning CSS to it right away. So like this success, we could change it to being color red, and I'll just show you how to do that real quick. So let's do block styles in block, and we'll do success color red. Yeah, so it's a class of that. All right, and let's make sure our base file has styles ready for us, and it doesn't. So we will do style, and that's block styles, and in block, so when we do that, answer saved. Looks like it did not come through because I didn't spell it correctly. Try that one more time. Answer saved. There we go. Red comes through. So that's how you would do that. So we'll leave that for now. We will come back to kind of cleaning a lot of this stuff up later, but as far as the functionality of it, works really good. So every time you do this, it's going to save, and it's also going to show what you said about it and all that. So it's pretty user friendly. Of course, we could again make it a little bit more clean and separate things, but we will do that in another video. All right, thanks.